In this brief video we're going to show you how to replace the joint on a bunch cutter, and I'll explain why it's important to maintain the joint. The bunch cutter is in principle self-sharpening when the knives touch when cutting. This is caused by a tension from springs on the joint. The joint wears out and should be replaced once a year with normal use. It's very important when you take the joint apart that you remember the order of the different spares so you can put it back together exactly the same. For protection, we close the guard, we remove the spring, and then we first undo the lock nut. This nut makes sure that the tension on the joint does not change during use. Then we undo the bolt with an Allen key. The outer blade has got thread in which the bolt is screwed to keep it together. The guard goes against the plate, and then very important is those rings. These are spring rings, so they should always be fitted with the hollow sides to the outside. If you do it the wrong way around, it does not operate as a spring anymore. So when replacing the bolt for the new joint, the spring rings should be put on like this so that there's a gap in the middle. Then you enter the guard, push the bolt through the knife which doesn't have any thread, and then screw it into the knife with the thread. It should be tightened enough to have the right pressure so that the knives actually touch. And to make sure that tension doesn't change, we lock it again with the lock bolt from the outside. Finally, we reattach the spring and the bunch cutter is ready for use.